And right off the bat, we are riding the struggle bus today. Let me tell you, hello, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to what will likely be a 2-day or 3-day vlog, because it is currently 3:35, and other than some b-roll that I have taken today, this is the first time I'm picking up the camera and talking to it. And that's exactly the kind of stuff that this vlog is actually going to be about, because you guys, I have been sitting here, no joke, for hours trying to get the motivation, the inspiration, and the gusto, the energy to actually set up the camera and film something. I look fabulous today, if I do say so myself. I had to test drive some hair and makeup for my sister's wedding next weekend, and I was like, this is great. I will take the opportunity to film. And all day I have been riding the struggle bus so hard when it comes to inspiration, and I just feel like the more I push, the harder I mentally resist. And it's been a routine that I have been in before, but I really feel like there's this just rut. And like, picture with me, if you will, like being dragged by something and someone digging your heels in. Like, I feel like my heels are dug in. Like, that's the resistance that I feel mentally about things. And so today and the subsequent couple of days that are going to happen and I'm going to film has become about how to get myself out of said rut and kind of get my mind back on track and kind of re-inspire this side of me. And so I thought I would talk to you about it. I thought I'd talk to you about what I'm going to do. The first thing, actually, that is very, very relevant is I got cute today. And like, I busted out a curling iron. And I haven't done that in a long time. And as I was sitting there doing it, I was watching some friends, you know, enjoying my time. And I was reflecting on the fact that I used to do stuff like this all the time. I would get up and shower and blow dry and style my hair and do my makeup every single morning. Every single morning. And over the years, that has gone away because I haven't needed to do that or felt compelled to need to do that, right? This is the first time I've picked up a curling iron since the pandemic has started. Really, truly, I believe that like I have not tried to style my hair. I've straightened it a couple times, but I have not tried to curl it in ages. And going through that motion, and like, I feel good. I feel like I should go out. I want to go up to my husband tonight. If it wasn't for live stream, I'd be like, you got to take me out tonight because I look good. And I need to be taken out. And you know what? He probably would if I asked him to. Let's go out to dinner. Let's do something. And that kind of thing, like it relit a reality-based spark. Like, not that you guys aren't reality, but you're virtual, right? Like a real life in-person spark of like, remember when I used to get up and get put together and do this every single day and go out and do things with my life, and like actively out of the house. And I was like, you know, this feeling of getting ready in the morning is something that I really need. And I've said this before, but like, this really reminded me that like, hey, you can do this. I got up, I went for a walk this morning, and so my workout was done, and I feel fabulous about it. And then so the big problem is I can't get myself inspired to get in front of the camera. And so the first thing I did was this. And I wanted to do something like this tomorrow. I think I'm not gonna redo my hair tomorrow. I think I'm gonna leave it as it is. So we're gonna have like day 2 curls happening, but it's still gonna look fabulous. And we're gonna go from there. But like, the first thing you gotta do to get yourself out of the rut is make yourself feel, I can't snap, fabulous. Make yourself feel fabulous. What does that mean to you? Does that mean makeup? Does that mean heavy makeup and like all the eyeliner and the bright bold lipstick? Does it mean taking the time to do your hair? Does it mean getting up and working out first thing in the morning because it makes you feel good? That kind of stuff. Does it mean making yourself a smoothie in the morning, or a healthy breakfast, or a balanced breakfast of a bagel and a protein shake? Whatever it is that makes you feel like the most rock star version of yourself, you gotta do that thing. And that is one of the first things that's kind of getting me out of the rut. I feel like I should go out and do something today, and I have nothing to do. I have nothing out of the house to do. I have plenty to do here at my computer, but I don't want to be at my computer right now. I was talking to someone yesterday. Who was it that I was talking to? Oh, it was my Patreon people. We had a Zoom call last night, and one of them mentioned that, like, you know, summer and enjoying summer. I want to enjoy summer. And I couldn't help but sit and wonder if that had something to do with it. I get very, very gung-ho the start of the school year, back to school season, and weirdly enough, I have launches timed for that very time of year, mid-August. But the summer has always been a little bit more lax in everything. Even when I was out doing job things, theater programs that I would be directing in always ended up stopping for the summer. I would be in summer shows for the summer, so everything felt different. Summer always felt different and light and more relaxed, and I think that might be part of the reason. Like, I realized this last night as she was speaking. I was like, huh, maybe that's your problem, Brianna. I feel like I want to go out and do summer. But the problem here in Minnesota is, first of all, I'm an adult. I'm not on summer vacation. Although people would argue that I'm a homemaker, so every day is vacation. Somewhere in between there is where I actually lie, right? But I don't have a large group of friends that I can regularly tap into to be like, hey, it's summer, let's go do something, you know? And it shows in the way that I conduct myself. I can't just go out and be like, hey, I'm bored, you want to do something? I don't have people to do that with here, and I haven't, and because of COVID and quarantine, I haven't needed to, and now I'm really just feeling like the burnout of like this. I feel like life is back to normal, yet my life doesn't feel normal because we never had the chance to make it normal. All of that to say, I am rambling on and on and on. I am in a summer rut with all things related to work, all things. And another thing that, and I could give you reason after reason after reason why, right? Because, you know, the community thing, like I said, I'm lacking for inspiration in the YouTube area, like I said, the move and all of those things, and my husband's new job, and like this living in limbo of like, we're still not sure. We're still not sure, y'all, if we're going anywhere. That weighs heavy. You don't necessarily think it would, because I'm actually conducting my life as if we're not going anywhere right now. But I know that at least for the next, I don't know, 4, 6, 8 weeks, that could always be triggered to change at any given second. Any day he could go to work and be like, well, they made an announcement that everybody needs to be back in the office, we're moving. I know that that could happen. So even though I'm living as if we are staying here, I haven't really been able to sink into, oh, but it's fine, we're staying here, or we're moving somewhere else, or what. No decision has been officially made, and that weighs heavy on my Enneagram 9 heart. And I think that also has something to do with it. In the back of my brain, there's always like this anxious little static electricity happening that's making it difficult for me to focus on the here and the now and be present and be in the moment. And so I'm stuck in this rut. And what do I do about it? Right? What do I do about it? That is the problem. That is the problem that I'm currently facing. And there are a handful of things that I want to do about it. And the more I ramble on, the more I'm realizing that this might not need to be a vlog at all, but it's going to be a talking head video of me telling you about this rut and what I'm going to do about it. So let's talk about it. Thing number 1, as I already mentioned, I am going to start putting myself together a little bit more. Now, the problem with this is, and it is definitely an oblige or rebellion type of thing, every time I write something down that I want to do every single day, I am more inclined not to do it, which makes me crazy. So I'm almost thinking about implementing some sort of like summer freedom thing, where like I'm actually free of any daily habit, other than like, you know, tracking my macros and working out. Those are non-negotiables, but like, if the spirit so moves me to put myself together, I will put myself together, but I won't force myself to put myself together. But the inspiration will be there. Yesterday, it's the same with reading, it's the same with crocheting. I don't tell myself, even though it is actually written down, crocheting, working on my blanket is not a daily requirement for me. So you better believe I've worked on it every single day. Every single day I have worked on it, and I'm excited by my new hobby. Reading a book is something that I have been pressuring myself to do, and then I finally decided I wasn't going to pressure myself to do it anymore, and you better believe I am on a 4-day streak of picking up that book multiple times a day for the fourth day in a row, and it makes me feel so good. Why? Because I'm telling myself that I don't have to do it. So of course I'm gonna do it. So I'm definitely experiencing a little bit of obliger rebellion right now. I am much less, and for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, The 4 Tendencies by Gretchen Rubin. Read it, take the quiz, experience it. It's fascinating. I am an obliger, as you guys know. And I always thought I always thought I tended to lean obliger, upholder. So like, I'm an obliger, but I can lean upholder. Lately, I have been obliger leaning rebel, and it's showing. And so I need to start treating myself, I think, like a rebel. And it's interesting because I have and had previously a couple of rebel clients, so I know how to work with them. I'm learning how to work with them and what makes them tick. And I need to start treating myself in that very same way. So letting go of the you need to do this is definitely one of the ways that's going to help me actually do the things, which is super helpful for a lot of things except making videos. Because in order to run a YouTube channel, you need to make videos. And so it's one of those things, it's like, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do with this? But it's fine. So thing number 2 that I'm going to do is release the daily expectations of the annoying little tasks that I try to get myself to do. Not annoying, annoying's the wrong word, but you know what I mean? Read, crochet, get cute, put real clothes on. I have a real shirt on today, but I have comfortable shorts on. And so yeah, for today, that counts, right? So that's the kind of stuff that I'm like, all right, it's summertime. If you watched my live stream yesterday, this is going to go up tomorrow. I'm filming it, I'm editing it, I'm throwing it up online because that's just kind of where I need to be right now. But if you watched last night's live stream, which I don't know how it went yet because it hasn't happened yet, but the topic that I have chosen is Healing Girl Summer. And it is a concept that I heard through this YouTube group that I'm a part of. And they give like kind of recommended what's trending topics to do videos on. And Healing Girl Summer came up and I was like, wow, that is a fascinating concept. Tell me more. And we talk about this hot girl summer and how you're gonna go gung-ho and become the hottest, bestest version of yourself. And then there's Healthy Girl Summer, which took over Hot Girl Summer because hot girl doesn't have to be like thin, fit girl, right? We can all be hot girls. So Healthy Girl Summer took over. But Healthy Girl Summer is basically the same thing, but taking out the hot girl and putting in the healthy word instead of the hot word, right? But it's the same thing. Best, healthiest self all summer long. But then this concept of Healing Girl Summer all of a sudden grants you freedom because everybody is healing from something different. And you might be healing from trauma. Someone else might be healing from a divorce. Someone else might be needing to heal from grief. I need to heal from perfectionism and the expectations that I have on myself and the body image issues and all of this internal stuff. That's what I need to heal from. So everybody has something different they need to heal from, and there's a different route for every single individual. No 2 Healing Girl Summers are gonna look the same, right? And so I think that's what I need to get me out of this rut. A little bit of like, hey, you gotta get it together. But the irony is I woke up this week and Monday I was like, it is going to be an amazing week because I'm going to be my best, most idyllic self. And you know what happened? My energy tanked by Monday, 11 a.m. And all of a sudden, my best self was not the woman that I intended to be when I woke up at 7 o'clock that morning, but it was instead trying my hardest to get as much done as I could with as little energy as I had. And all of a sudden, my best version of myself was a different version than I expected her to be. Putting those expectations on myself automatically, and I've said this before, will set me up for failure, right? So, Healing Girl Summer it is. Getting out of this rut it is. And so, consider this intro number 1. And maybe here's the thing. For the rest of the summer, I'm going to make a concerted effort to get out of this rut. Get ready for back to school. Get ready for my launch, which is actually only going to be in a couple of weeks. It's not going to be that long, but we have to discover the freedom that is found in letting things go and letting things happen. And that's kind of the joy of summer, right? Summer always tends to be more flexible. Summer always tends to be about later nights or impromptu trips to the ice cream store or sitting out on the back porch with a drink and a book for an hour. It's that kind of vibe that I think will help reignite creativity and all of that. And so I invite you in to Healing Girl Summer and getting out of whatever rut it is that you are in right alongside me. And keep this in mind, my journey is gonna look different. I have found lately that a lot of people, including myself, lean so heavily on the content creators, right? That we forget that they are sharing their own journey. And instead, we try to mimic what they are doing because we automatically assume if it worked for them, it will work for us. And that is not the right approach. And that is the approach that I don't want you to necessarily take when you look at my channel either. My channel is, yes, I'm sharing information, but I'm sharing experience with you, my personal experience. You are not me. Your circumstances are not my circumstances, and your body is not my body. Your relationships are not my relationships. We are different human beings, and I'm just trying to share my experience with you in hopes that maybe it will help you in some way, shape, or form. But if we're gonna go through this together, if we're gonna get out of whatever rut we are in, and if we are going to heal from whatever it is we need to heal, we need to observe one another's approaches to this journey, but we need to not go step by step, thing by thing, and expect the exact same results. So with that, will you take this journey with me? Will you step aside, let things go, and help transform yourself from the inside out to get out of this rut, get lit up, and feel that joy in life again? I hope you will, because I'm ready for this journey.